First ever meeting between these two. Here we go.
So we mentioned this before, the first few point jitters happen in all levels, guys. We are all mortal here, you know, in the pro level.
1-0-2.
We mentioned this earlier about Jay DeVilliers and his knee problems, and it's interesting how we see on the far side Frazier the other knee, the right knee, shoots rather than the left one like Jay has.
Kwang Duong pulled out of the singles with a knee injury as Bright goes right down the pipe.
So with a common theme this week with the knees, it's very interesting.
Solid strike by Jansen. What do you think is the most common injury among pickleball players? What part of the body?
I think it's all lower half because it's a lot of movement side to side. So we see a lot of people with ankle injuries, that kind of a common theme, but it is the knee and mainly the hips. They're the kind of the common areas we see people having a tough time with. Great get there from Leia.
Bright gets her body out of the way.
Yeah, and talking of knees, my right knee has the same deal. I have the same problem that we have Frazier with. It's a patella tendonitis, which kind of flares up. I do like Anna for how vocal she is on court. She wears her emotions on her sleeve. It's always fun to watch.
Dylan Frazier also ended Max Freeman's men's doubles run at Worlds. Freeman was playing with Casey Diamond. Frazier and J.W. Johnson took him out 12-10 in game 3.
Wow, that is an impressive run. Leia coming in hot and heavy here. So far, Leia Patton-White has come in, have been quite aggressive at the kitchen line here. Got some good kind of fast points.
2-1-1. Second serve.
I personally like that play from Max there. He's a lefty, so it makes sense him going for that forehand side, being the aggressor. I was just thinking about how Patrick was playing with Leia earlier on this year, right? In mixed doubles, had some pretty good success together.
Yep.
Surprised they're not playing here together.
Leia won gold in doubles this season, and that was in women's doubles with Tina Pisnik at the Red Rock Open.
I do like Tina. She's a cool lady. She is a really cool lady.
Oh, what a stab from Frazier.
I think we'll see Tina later on. Tina is so consistent, and that but probably bodes well with Leia being so aggressive.
3-2-1.
Not often you see the woman on the left, but
No.
Leia Jansen playing the left here.
Yeah.
4-2-1.
A car vending machine will drive you happy at Carvana.
Well, you have the lefty right, so
Yeah.
that would be your explanation.
Yeah. Good to see the paddle that Frazier's still using. He's been using that paddle for quite some time now. I think it's the Project 3 I think he's using right now. Or Project 4. He's using it for quite some time.
Anna Bright on it.
Okay, so is it 5-2 in favor of Bright?
It is.
Frazier. Can I have it?
Time in. 5-2-2.
good drop from Leo there. Probably first real dinking exchange there already. First kind of long exchange from the kitchen line.
A short return there by Frazier, slightly mishit it. Freeman there to take advantage. Wonder if the speediness of the conditions are de-incentivizing the dink exchanges.
Probably indoor, yeah. That was a really cool move from Anna there. She stepped over the kitchen on an angle to make sure her feet were set and rolled that forehand nice and deep. That was a really cool move.
3-5-2.
Just took a look there at Frazier's return. Another short return there. That one we got away with, but it was short again. That's something that might bode poorly for them long term.
Second serve. Five, 3-2.
A lull for Dylan Frazier.
It makes you think, on those low ones there, on that low forehand, is the knee a problem? Is the knee kind of that little bit of negative doubt in to make the shot? Wasn't a doubt there. That was a really good reaction volley from Frazier.
3-5-2.
Deep serve by Leah Jansen. Bright always so upset with herself for making errors. She is an absolute perfectionist.
5-5-2.
Frazier with the backhand flip.
One thing I've noticed so far on the court, just kind of a common thing, we have three players with the same paddles here. The Yola is the Yola Bright's kind of Scorpius paddle. Just down on it.
A bit of a more patient point there.
See, I like that pattern. I think with the obvious sign of knee issues with Dylan, keep pushing him on that out wide. Test that knee and how it's doing. First kind of long exchange there with dinking. It's the first time we've seen it, and it bode well with Bright and Frazier there. I still think they're better off going towards Frazier here just to test that width of that knee. I really think it's a factor here in those dinks.
And a mistake for Frazier. More uneven from him than we're used to seeing.
And that's a load on that right knee on that drop. You're loading on that right knee. It would make sense you're a little bit hesitant on the shot.
5-6-1. Second serve.
Almost feel as if the women have outplayed the men
I think
so far.
They've been the dominant factors on both teams here.
Frazier quick to get out to that forehand.
All over that. He was ready for it. So one thing that I'm playing is I try to read the paddle angle of the players I'm playing against. It really helps. And I know Frazier, for example, was doing exactly that on that one. Just gives you a little advantage on the shots.
Wide from Jansen.
Just a bit greedy on the angle. Didn't need to go that close to the line. She wasn't under that much pressure. Better response. Just see how Leslie kind of tightened the margins up there. Didn't want to go for too much and just force the error on right there. Playing kind of smart pickleball.
They attack Frazier. Nice spot initially by Jansen, just tucking it into the right armpit.
Yeah, they pressured Bright hard there, waiting for that pop-up to then attack Frazier. Interesting pattern that we might see more of going forwards.
Ripped it through, but long.
Yeah, not a bad play, not a bad idea. Just got a bit overzealous, didn't hit the ball as hard as need to, but the right plan.
There's a loose one from Freeman. Max, a 26-year-old from Delray Beach, Florida.
Another beautiful part of the world, very beautiful down there. How were they hit with the storms down there? Were they heavily hit?
I don't think, not as bad as the West Coast. Delray Beach is on the east coast of Florida.
Okay. Oh, great gets.
Clever. Nice trigger pull from Frazier, splits the defense.
You never saw that coming. That was well weighted there because all four players, or all three apart from obviously Dylan, had no idea that ball was coming that way. Really well disguised. Just holds it and then pulls the trigger.
Not much between these two teams as we head down the stretch in the opening game. Jansen and Freeman coming off of an upset victory over the 8 seeds, Kate Fahey and Federico Staxrud.
That's a big win, that. That exchange there, kitchen exchange, they went to back on pressuring Frazier, but the time before they had more success pressuring Bright. So it's that finding the right pattern. So where is the most effective way right now? And both players seem to be doing quite well on the far side. Response. As Frazier, they can't do much about that really. A slight neck cord makes a little adjustment. It's not a thing you can really control really, just do your best to react.
And another one from Freeman, too hot. Just a little bit overzealous here on this center court.
8-6-1.
One thing to think about here, ladies and gents that are at home, is just take a look at how Anna Bright, before every serve, has a
pays dividends.
9-6-1.
They look to do some comeback work in the opening game here.
Yeah, 3 points is not too bad a comeback here. It can easily go 9-all in a heartbeat.
A foot fault and a point that looked like Bright and Frazier had no chance of winning goes their way.
It's tricky in here. Even indoors, the lobs are tricky because the ceiling is black. So it's actually quite hard to get a read on the ball.
At least the ceiling is not yellow.
That is very true. Or green.
Ernie, no good.
At the high level, especially the kitchen, the discipline is what kind of makes the players who they are. They are so disciplined with their shot choices, and making the right call is what makes them so darn good.
Nice extended firefight. Jansen and Freeman stay alive for now.
6-10-1.
I can't express enough how good Bright's hands are. I mentioned this earlier. She can just go almost full swings and get a good contact on the ball from like 7 foot away. It's amazing. Not go in. What a point, though. All in all, it's a little bit of relaxation from Jansen there. But all in all, great point.
7-10-2.
Oh, beautiful. Wow. Absolutely grazing the floor with that ATP from Jansen.
We call that a worm burner in the golf industry. It stays super low.
8-10-2.
I love how Frazier he's just very clinical with his drinks. He's, again, I mentioned before the idea of being kind of disciplined and when you're on your shot choice. He's a prime example of doing exactly that right there.
Game point number 3 for Frazier and Bright. The missed return from Freeman puts game 1 on ice. Looking for back-to-back upsets are Jansen and Freeman, but the top seeds take the early lead in game 1.
It's the Wild Wild West right now, and it's the best part about it.
Yeah.
0-2.
Nice cross-court dink by Frazier, sets up Bright.
Can't keep saying enough. It's just that it's a discipline. They're all so disciplined, and the right ball there is there to hit. They hit it and they finish.
Sensational.
It's just so hard to predict where she's going off those shots, and they're not small swings. Anna Bright's predictions are so good on the ball. She reads the ball so well. It's impeccable.
Cool.
Ooh.
Well, the knee looked great at the start of that point. What movement by Frazier.
Looked better than my right knee, so it was doing okay.
1-0-2.
Ooh, okay, so that's an example of that. A little bit of a relaxation there from Freeman. He's got to kind of bring himself back here for this next point.
2-0-2.
sits up for Bright. She'll eat that for lunch.
Breakfast, dinner, second tea, third tea. That's all the meals. You're going to eat that all day.
We don't know anything about that. I don't know what this tea thing is. Oh! Yep, that cracked me in the head. I'm fine, though.
There you go, guys. You almost died, guys. It's okay. You're all right.
031.
We got a replay.
I don't know if we have a look at that. No. Good. I won't go viral then. It was close.
It was really, really close.
Yeah, we're one camera angle away from ending up on not top 10.
Maybe less of an hour. Okay, so let's get back to this game here. Yep, and as always, wears a heart on her sleeve, and that's not a problem with all her because she does a really good job of balancing that out.
Just wide.
One thing I noticed so far, we've not had one challenge review yet on any calls in this game, which is probably a testament to their margin control of the players on court.
Good flick by Max Freeman.
Just chose the right time to go for it. Just had Frazier there shifting over to his right and then threw it towards that left shoulder, kind of tying him up there. Nice little play there.
332.
Jansen opting to drive most of these thirds.
With her singles background, that makes a lot of sense. She's got such a great ground game. It's just how Charlie came out from that third or fifth shot.
There's another. She sets up her partner well.
Just like that. Got Anna proven that we have a big base of fans here in the Wisconsin area.
They've had a good show with this one as well. High quality in this quarterfinal.
I guess the question for us here is, who is the MVP right now on this court? Is it the men, or is it the women, or is it a mix? Who is the stronger and more reliable player right now?
I think Anna Bright has been so sharp.
Yeah. But not a bad point, though. We haven't seen any too many loose points. Both sides have been pretty much focused and dialed in. Not many loose errors. Curse to the commentator there. A loose error from Freeman. They pick up.
Right with another put away.
I think timeout's coming here. Baker was meant to be there but had family in town. It looked an amazing event.
Oh yeah, from all standpoints. Oh boy. Bright eats it on the side of the head.
But it's not an easy shot from Jansen there because she's squeezed onto the odd side. Not much space to work with here. The only real shot, in theory, was a speed up at Anna because she's already moving across towards the actual sideline. Okay, good timeout. Quick turnaround here for Jansen and Freeman here.
561.
So 3 points very quickly. Oh, so 2 points very quickly here on serve.
661.
Left one sitting for Frazier.
661. 7-6-2.
Another Ernie.
We saw that earlier with Tyra, how on that right side, they're opting to go for the backhand on the Ernie rather than jumping over on the forehand side of the Ernie. Interesting. Especially in the girls' game too. It's very interesting them going for the backhand rather than the forehand.
7-6-2.
Ooh, Jansen had it. Didn't look like Bright was expecting this speed up.
No, her weight was going to my left foot. Yep, was not seeing that coming her way.
Big, crisp volley from Jansen.
A little bit flat from Bright off the break here. So difficult to have easy errors go her way. Another one there. Another one.
Usually she's able to almost scold herself out of a rut. And she'll be hard on herself and sort of get it together.
Yeah. And for Anna, one error is too many.
Yes. That was quick hands from Bright.
Challenge review, maybe? Okay, first challenge review.
So Anna Bright.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Totally agree. Well, when he has missed, it's been aggressive misses.
After review, the call in the court stands. The ball is out. Challenge is lost. Timeout is lost. No timeouts remaining. One timeout remaining. We resume play at 7-6-2.
Okay.
Bright looking to fire up Dylan Frazier ahead of this point.
Jans looks in disbelief. Can't believe it wasn't called in.
7-6-2.
Curse the commentator again. We've done it again, haven't we?
That's been the one he's missed, though. It's when he's tried to inject some pace. He's missed long.
6-7-1.
It is better. I like that. I really like that. It makes up for his previous point there from Freeman. Just stay really steady, put the ball in the right spot. It's a good bit of pickleball there.
6-7-2.
Any opportunity Jansen has had, she's done such a great job of capitalizing.
Kind of leveraging that experience she has. Because obviously Freeman having a bit less experience, but doing pretty well. Using it not as a dominant role, but leveraging the experience she's used to be efficient under pressure.
7-6-2.
I also think yesterday was really disappointing for Leah Jansen, and I feel she probably has come into today trying to erase that, flush that out of the system. Of course, nothing she could have done. Blood sugar as a type 1 diabetic got the best of her yesterday, but it's never a pleasant experience for Leah.
No. Oh, that's a good ball. I like how he held it, didn't go for too much, and just focused on that nice bit of spin. And the margin of error was great again. That's what we've discussed. He's been doing a good job of so far today. It's just good pickleball. That's not a bad point. It's just good pickle. Not bad at all.
7-7-2.
Nice combination there by Frazier. Forces Jansen to hit a low volley. She popped it up. And Dillon with the aggressive forward movement to finish.
8-7-2.
Again, way to make up for that last point there. Way to kind of take control and almost win back what you lost in the previous point. Well done, Freeman. Good job.
Jansen going through her pre-serve ritual.
7-8-1.
Down 1. What a point.
Guys, I was just watching there in the rally from that great camera angle from our crew here. Look how low they are on their dinks, how balanced our pros are here. Something you can take home and really improve in your games as well. Something as coaches we try and our players do is just stay so balanced, and these pros are just exceptional at it.
Intensity picking up here. Jansen and Freeman fired up. They win another hands battle and go up 1.
Timeout receivers 9-8-2.
I agree with this timeout. It went from Brighton Frazier.
Tail end of game 2, Jansen and Freeman coming off of an upset win in the previous round over Fahey and Staxrud.
Time in.
Trying to do it again here.
9-8-2.
This game's been going for about 45 minutes here. You can see on our game clock in the back kind of left corner. It's been an amazing battle so far.
The trigger pull by Frazier catches the tape. Game point.
Okay. But Freeman works his way back there. He did a really good job of taking the heat and then finding the right drop and coming in. That's, again, well played from Frazier and Bright there. They waited for the right ball to miss, and they missed.
Serve back to the #1 seeds. Counter is long from Bright.
You've seen now a few times Jansen has gone heavy to Bright at the kitchen, sped up to her. It's mainly because Bright is going to her left and favouring her backhand and exposing her right shoulder. Worked really well for Jansen.
Frazier fired up. Oh man,
A tough time to miss that kind of ball. It's tough.
maybe nerves by the 26-year-old because he's been so solid on all the soft stuff, but he's missed twice the last 3 points.
Ooh. And that scored 2 momentum shifts. That was a great timeout from Bright and Frazier there. They really took an opportunity there to take advantage now of momentum given. It's better for Freeman.
How good is that?
There it is again. Jansen speeding up down the line at Bright, tying her up in that chicken wing, aiming for that kind of right rib cage. It's been working for her recently.
Threads the needle. Max Freeman. And it's a game point now.
That was Captain Clutch there on that forehand drive.
11-10-1.
It's a little nervous.
No doubt about it.
11-10-1.
Put away. One down, one to go.
So in control here. What they got to do is just find that rhythm again and get into the kitchen. But this is the opportunity here for Jansen and Freeman.
They get it done.
It's hard to get back to that kind of point of arousal on the way.
Nice play by Freeman. He did such a good job at the end of game 2 of just conquering his nerves, because I thought things got a little bit shaky for him for a moment there, but in the end, really pulled it together and took his chances.
He really did. He chose his chance. Yeah, right. Chances were taken effectively. So one play, guys, I want you to look into here is that Jansen was speeding up down the line to Bright, and he was working in that second game significantly. Let's see if that continues this next part of this game. We are currently maxed out here, guys, on Championship Court. We are full almost to the rafters with the spectators. It's been awesome to watch.
How about that exchange? And Anna Bright just able to keep it a little steadier than Max Freeman there on that sharp cross court.
Yeah, I was thinking the speed up might occur there from Jansen to Bright, but didn't quite get there. Great patience from both pairing here. Ooh.
Right up the middle.
Ooh, hello.
I thought that might have gone off of Frazier's stomach as well. It didn't sound like it hit his paddle.
Just strong abs of steel, right? Just didn't even feel it.
Right. But I think that's what Leia is arguing for, that she sped up at Frazier.
Yeah.
It did come back into play, but it didn't sound like it hit his paddle.
Huh.
That's quick hands from Freeman.
I think Leia got bailed out there. That ball from what might have been going wide, that Frazier hit, but we'll never know. So another example here of momentum shifting. It's 0-2, but still very close in kind of the score here. That's what I'm talking about. You see how when Frazier and Jansen are cross-court, Leia is waiting for that ball to go right up Anna's kind of midriff and gut to get that next pop-up for then Freeman to finish. It's a really common pattern here we're seeing developing in this game.
1-2-2.
Here we go again, cross-court. It's just taking Anna out of the equation right now. She's almost a sitting duck when it comes to those speed ups. It's a very good pattern right now. It seems to be working for the pair on the closest to us here.
You can be over patient, right? And it just feels like Frazier and Bright, I don't know if you feel like they're missing some opportunities to actually speed up and force the issue.
I think it's that idea of where the pattern is not working in favor of their game style. Because Anna wants to be fully kind of swinging, but she can't because she's tied in on the right side.
Frazier misses the drop.
I like the response though. Back at it again. Good to go. Good response. I look wide from my angle here. What do you think?
Yeah, it was tough to tell, but I don't know if Frazier needed to go for the sideline there. He had Frazier in a tough position if he went at his armpit or his feet.
Yeah. This is the pattern we discussed before.
Frazier with a more aggressive dink at Jansen there.
But you can see it though. That's a pop-up that Jansen wants to go right at Anna's gut. That's the pattern she's looking for.
4-2-2.
It's long.
Couple of misses here from Freeman that have just gone long. We saw this in game 2 as well, but he managed to come back and kind of get his rhythm again.
Foot fault and the run continues for Frazier. Bright, I would say not just the country, have certainly been willing to blast it. That was there for Jansen, who is very upset with herself, calls it against.
And that's why she's one of the better players in the world. It works out in their favor.
That's a good finish with the backhand flick by the 26-year-old Max Freeman.
Now back on serve again. That's a good timeout then. A great timeout.
How about the precision? Beautiful location on the drive from Jansen.
3-7-1.
I'm not sure if that was genius or not from Jansen there. She's been the last almost 4 points in a row. Brilliant. The question is, can Bright and Frazier kind of level the storm here? It's interesting because you can tell Leia's angry because she wants that flick right down the line. She's earned it. She's got to finish it off.
4-7-2.
The ATP set up by the net cord. Bad luck in a way for Jansen and Freeman, but really composed play by Frazier.
Yeah, that worm burner again. That thing is just barely on the ground there. So hard to defend the ball here. So hard to defend that ATP. It's that low. Great defense from Frazier. He had the right opportunity, just kind of almost relax from the more easier shot of the two.
7-4-2.
Sitting right there for Anna Bright.
That's an uncharacteristic miss from Bright there. Typically, she'd be all over that in a heartbeat. That's not like her.
So no points on serve for Frazier Bright. Back onto the serve of Jansen Freeman, down 3. Great couple of pickups by Leah Jansen.
So if I was Bright and Frazier here, do you do a timeout right now, or do you keep going? Because they've had a momentum shift in favor of Jansen and Freeman here.
Deep return by Bright. Looked like it might have been flying long. Might hold off on the timeout at this point.
I think so. So Leia has missed that last 2 or 3 times. She's finally got one back in play, and it's working. That speed up down the line at Bright. It's just she's got to make sure when she goes for it, she's finishing the point off there and then.
Shooter's mentality from Jansen.
Bazels there. Guys, we're watching this at home on TV. Look how controlled the backswings are of our pros here. Nothing too complicated, very simple and very efficient when under pressure here in these dinking exchanges.
Better reaction there from Bright. She stands tall. Frazier with the foot speed to track down the net cord. Nice heavy return from Jansen. The ball striking has been so pure off the racket of the former Washington State tennis player.
It's impressive the margin control. There's not been that many line call challenges here because it's been so good with our margin control on this side, all sides of the court.
Crowd groans as Freeman back in Milwaukee with a spot in the semifinals on the line. Frazier and Bright edging up against the finish line here, 2 points away. 9-6-2.
Especially tough is also second server. So side out now to Jansen and Freeman here to close this lead back.
Oh boy, the net cord is infiltrating.
Swings and roundabouts there. Nothing to do about that. That's just how the game goes.
6-9-2.
It's a good speed up because it hasn't happened very frequently. I've not seen Bright hit many speed ups today. So the timing, it was well placed and well timed. Oh no.
Oh, return pops up.
No. That's what we've seen. A little bit of Freeman's kind of not used to the environment creeping in there.
Match point.
Fast bounce back from Freeman then. One more to go to get back on serve again.
It's the play again, and
Yes, it is.
Anna Bright was able to get around on it. Good strike on the ball, but buries it in the net.
I think Jansen had a slight mishit that actually put off Bright for the speed. There it is again. See, that's that again, like not used to the environment in these kind of stages here from Freeman. That's an example. Simple errors you can't have at this level.
Another miss from Freeman. We remain 10-6. Another chance for Frazier and Bright to put it away. Frazier finishes, and the top seeds show their class in Milwaukee. The top seeds win on center and advance to the semifinals in Milwaukee. It is Bright and Frazier, 11-6 in Game 3 over Jansen and Freeman, and we speak with them now. New partnership, guys. Tell us about how this came together.
Definitely not a new partnership, maybe new for this year, but in my first year of playing Pro Pickleball, I was lucky enough to get to play a bunch of tournaments with Dylan. I have some Dylan Frazier merch even, and yeah, I'm super excited to be here. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. That was a really good match, and super excited to be playing with Dylan.
So, Dylan, talking of you, what's going on with your right knee? Is it an injury? Is it a cut? What's going on?
Yeah, it's a little sore, a little tight, but the select medical staff over there has done a great job of wrapping it up, and so pretty pain-free right now, playing pretty loose.
And I've got a question for you. When it comes to Leia, she was targeting you down the line after speed up. How did you counter that throughout the last part of the third game?
I honestly didn't counter it too well. I think she got me in the ear. She was hitting that shot really, really well. It's tough to read where exactly she's going to go. I definitely took like too big of swings a couple times and misfired, but they played great, and she was definitely giving me a lot of trouble with that.
Dylan, that's a sweet-looking logo on Anna's tank top there. Can you tell me about just developing that? How much in the design process were you involved? And where can people find their Dylan Frazier merch to look like Anna?
Yeah, so it reads TDF.
Does it?
For the record. Team Dylan Frazier. And yeah, we do a pop-up store once or twice a year, and usually in the fall. And I'll post it on my website, and you can look for the merchandise there.
Good stuff. Looking good, playing good. Dylan Frazier and Anna Bright through to the semifinals here in Milwaukee. Mixed doubles Friday continuing with the 4 seeds.